येनाक्षरसमां नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। अज्ञानान्दस्य लोकस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकयां चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्. Okay, in today's class, we shall discuss the more cases where this Ruddhi Adesha is seen apart from Ruddhirechi. Yesterday, we saw the Ruddhi Sandhi and Savarnadiga Sandhi sutras. In today's class, we shall know more about Ruddhi Adeshas. So we saw in the yesterday class the sutra Ruddhirechi, by which if akara is followed by a or I, then both combine to form I, a Ruddhi letter. If akara is followed by o or au, both combine to form au. The next sutra is upasargat ruti dhatau. This is 91st sutra. The previous sutra was 88th. Ruddhirechi 88. This is 91. So 89 and 90, 89 and 90. Those sutras we will see in tomorrow class. Upasargat ruti dhatau. Padachedah. Upasargat ruti dhatau. Upasargat is the panchami of upasarga. Ruti saptami of rut. Dhatau is saptami of dhatu. Anurutti of at is taken from adgunaha. Ruddhi is taken from ruddhirechi. So this upasargat at means that akara is from upasarga. Then ruti dhatau, that ruka, if akara of a upasarga is followed by rukara of a dhatu, then purva and parayo they combine to form ruddhi adesha. So anvayaha at upasargat. These two are in panchami. So at upasargat ruti dhatau, these two are in saptami. Samhitayam upaparayoho ekaha, these two are adhikara sutras. Ruddhihi, it is ruddhi here, it should be ruddhihi adeshaha. So at upasargat ruti dhatau samhitayam, when there is samhita, purva parayoho ekaha ruddhihi. Okay, we shall know what is a upasarga before going into the details of the sutra. There is this pada in sutra pata. This is the fourth pada of first chapter 141, where we see these sutras starting from akadara deka sangna till viramo avasanam. 110, totally 110 sutras are there in this pada. Here we can see from this sutra pragrishwaran nipataha 1456 up to adirishware 1496. This section is deals with the nipata sangna. There is a sangna called as nipata. Pragrishwaran nipataha. Prag means before, rishwara the sutra in which that Rishwara is found. Up to that sutra, whatever the terms we are going to define or we are going to introduce, they are called as nipataha, is the meaning of this sutra. In this section, the next sutra is chadayo asatve. Chadayo means it is a gana in which cha is the first word, cha and others, they are called as nipata. Asatve means when they are not used to indicate a dravya, a material, a matter. The next sutra is Pradayaha. Pradayah is again a gana, pradigana, which has pra as the first member. So the members of that gana are called as nipataha, is the meaning of this sutra, pradayah. Upasargaha kriya yoge. Same pradayah when used along with a kriya, then they are called as upasargaha. The pradayah are called as upasarga when they are used with kriya. So this is where that word upasargaha is seen. Pradayah. Which are the pradayah? These are the pradayah. There are 22 shabdas here. Pra, para, apa, tam, anu, ava, nis, nir, dus, dur, vi, ang, ni, adhi, api, ati, su, ud, abhi, prati, pari, upa. These are the 22 pradaya words which are in this gana, pradi gana. So by this sutra pradaya, all these 22 are called as nipataha. The next sutra is upasargaha kriya yoge. These 22 words are called as upasargaha when they are used along with a kriya pada. Upasargaha kriya yoge. In the same pada, the first sutra is a kadara deka sangna. Here this a, the first word from this sutra, a, is from this pradigana only. This is ang. This we studied during the Tugagama section. Ang mangoscha. There this ang is from pradigana. Here this a is not used along with a kriya. A kadara deka sangna means till then it is used to denote the maryada or the vyapti or the boundary. So here it is not a upasarga. Here this same a, which is from the same pradigana, is not a upasarga here. So to be qualified as a upasarga, it should be used along with a kriya pada. Here in this sutra, a kadara deka sangna, this a is not a upasarga. This is the same a from this the same pradigana, but it is not a upasarga. So all pradayaha are not always upasarga. When they are used along with a kriya pada, then only they are called as upasarga. Upasargaha kriya yoge. Consider some examples. The same ang from pradigana. A plus gacchati. Here gacchati is a kriya pada. So a plus gacchati, a gacchati. Here a is called as a upasarga. Similarly, sam plus harate, samharate. Here sam is a upasarga. Anu plus bhavati, anubhavati. Here anu is a upasarga. Like this. Whenever we add the upasarga to dhatus, then there will be some changes in the meaning of the dhatu or some changes in other issues also. Let us not go into details of that now. Upasarga means those pradayah when they are used along with the kriya pada. So having this understood, we shall revisit this sutra. Upasarga dhruti dhatau. Among the upasarga 22 upasargas, these are the 22 upasargas. Totally 6 upasargas, they end with a. Pra ends with a, para ends with akara, apa, ava, ang and upa. These 6 end with akara. So this sutra is applicable when these upasargas are followed by rukaradi dhatu, rasva rukaradi dhatu specifically. So this is not applicable for other upasargas like this sam, anu, nisnir, because they don't end with akara. So these are the 6 upasargas. At upasargat, ruti dhatau. So these akaranta upasarga should be followed by ruti dhatu. Rukaranta, sorry, rukarantana. It is not rukaranta, it is rukaradi dhatu. Like ruchati, runati, rudnoti, runoti, rutiyate, ruchati, like this. Then both combine to form. At this stage, we know a plus ru by ad gunaha, it should be a plus ru should be ar. But this sutra upasargat ruti dhatau comes as an exception to ad gunaha. Otherwise, pla plus ru ruchati should becomes prachati. But instead of gunadesha, ruddhi adesha is mandated by this sutra. So ad gunaha is blocked by upasarga dhruti dhatau. So a plus ru ruddhi adesha. So ruddhi is a dirgha by uran raparaha. That refa comes along with that a dirgha a. So a plus ru is equal to r by upasarga dhruti dhatau. So here we can see pra can be written as pr plus a, ruchati can be written as ru plus chati. At this stage, a plus ru is equal to r, so it becomes prarchati instead of prarchati. Prarchati. Similarly, in other cases, para plus runati, pararnati instead of pararnati. Pararnati. Apardnoti, avarnoti. The trefa is from this ruddhi adesha by uran raparaha. A plus rutiyate, artiyate. Upa plus ruchati, uparchati. This sutra is an exception to ad gunaha. Dalakrutyam. At iti kim. Why at? Because it is not applicable for other upasargas. When there is v plus rushantu, here v does not end with akara, so this sutra is not applicable. Rushantu, here there will be yanadesha by iko yanachi, e followed by ru. Upasargat iti kim. Mala plus ruchati. Here we can see here akara is followed by rukara, but this akara is not from a upasarga. This is a part of the sword mala. This is not from a upasarga. So here this sutra is not applicable. So here there will be gunadesha instead of rudyadesha by this sutra. There will be gunadesha by adgunaha a plus ru. Malarchati instead of malarchati. Ruti iti kim. Upa plus ikshate. Here it is a upasarga. It is a akaranta upasarga. So, but it is not followed by rukara. So there will not be application of this sutra. So by ad gunaha, a plus e, it becomes a. So apa plus ikshate, apekshate. Dhatau iti kim. So that rukara should be of a dhatu, otherwise it is not applicable. Usually, upasargaha kriya yoge, by this sutra, upasarga means when they are used along with a dhatu. So, upasarga means they are always used with dhatu, but there is a sutra called as rutyakaha, by which there will be prakriti bhava, like sapta plus rushi. Sapta plus rushi, it is equal to sapta rushi instead of saptarshi. Even saptarshi is also a valid form by adgunaha, but saptarushi is equal to saptarushi by this sutra. It is an optional form. And so there will be two forms. One is by rutyakaha and the other by adgunaha. So If you don't mention dhatau in this sutra, then there will be optional prakruti bhava. Prakruti bhava means absence of any sandhi. Prakruti means the original forms. Prakruti bhava means the same form even after even there is samhita. So Saptarushi is equal to Saptarushi by this sutra. Ruti akaha. It should be Rukaradi word and it should be ak letter here. So akara is a ak letter. So in cases of upasarga ruti dhatau, there also akara is followed by rukara. So by rutyakaha there can be optional prakruti bhava which is blocked by this word dhatau. So even if you don't mention dhatau in the sutra, this sutra we can be interpreted as when akara of a upasarga is followed by rukara of a dhatu, because rukara of any other word which is not a dhatu cannot be there, because it is not, then this pradi word cannot be called as upasarga in that case. So by upasarga it means that rukara is from a dhatu, but again mentioning of the dhatu in the sutra implies that there will be no prakruti bhava of a plus ru by the sutra rutyakaha. To block rutyakaha, this word dhatu is used in this sutra. So pra plus ruchati, in this case by upasarga ruti dhatau there will be ruddhi adesha prarchati, and rutyakaha is blocked by the presence of the word dhatau in the sutra. Ruti dhatau iti kim? Here that takara, instead of just ru, rut is mentioned. So tapara karanam, taparas tatkalasya, by that sutra, rut represents only rasva rukara, not all the savarnas of rukara. So consider this example, pra plus erti. This erti is from the dhatu ru. So by gunadesha it becomes prayerti. Okay. Ruti dhatu means it is a dhatu. It is from a rukaradi dhatu, but the form is not the form does not starts with rukara. So there will not be application of this sutra upasarga ruti dhatu. Then ruti vai tapara karana here. For example, there is, if a dhatu starts with dirgha rukara instead of rasva rukara, then this sutra is not applicable. So it becomes by adgunaha prar karyati. Pra plus rukaryati is equal to prarkaryati. This sutra is applicable only for rasva rukaradi dhatu forms. This is about upasargat ruti dhatau. The next sutra is va supyapi shalehe. Va supi api shalehe. Va means optionally. Vikalpa. Va means optionally. Supi represents sup dhatu, because that dhatu comes as anurutti from the previous sutra. At comes as anurutti from adgunaha. Ruddhirechi from ruddhi from ruddhirechi. Ruddhihi from ruddhirechi. Upasargat ruti dhatau, the whole sutra comes as anurutti to this sutra. So at ruddhi upasargat ruti dhatau आत् उपसर्गात् रुति धातौ वृद्धिः was the अन्वय of the previous sutra. That sutra, that statement is va supi. It is optionally to be applied optionally when that dhatu, this supi is in saptami, so this qualifies ruti dhatau. So if it is a supi ruti dhatau, it means आत् उपसर्गात् रुति सुप् धातौ संहितायां पूर्वपरयोः विकल्पेन एकः रुद्धिः. If akarapya upasarga is followed by, if akarapya upasarga is followed by rukaradi sup dhatu. Sup dhatu means a dhatu which is derived from a subanta by adding appropriate sanadi pratyaya. We know that some sanadi pratyayas are added to subantas, pratipadikas, and we get the sanadyanta forms which are called as dhatu. So if a dhatu is derived from subanta, then if it is a rukaradi, then that was upasarga dhruti dhatau is to be applied optionally, is the meaning of this sutra. Consider the example of Rushabam Atmanaha Ichchati. One who wishes Rushabha for himself. In that sense, Tyach Pratyaya is added to Rushabha. Then we get Rushabhiya. Rushabhiya is a Tyach Pratyayanta form. By Sanadyanta Dhatavaha, this Rushabhiya is a Dhatu now. It is a Sup Dhatu because it is derived from the Subanta Rushabam. So it is called a Sup Dhatu. So Rukaradi Supi Dhatau, the previous sutra is optional. By Sanadyanta Dhatavaha, it is a Dhatu now. So consider the case pra plus Rushabhiya. Here the previous sutra, by previous sutra, there will be Ruddhi Adesha. Pra plus Ru. Upasargat At Ruti Dhatau Purvaparayoho Ekaha Ruddhihi Adeshaha. But this sutra Vasupyapishalehe makes it optional. So there can be prar ruddhi adesha. Optionally means if the previous sutra is not applied compulsorily, then the other possible condition is pra plus ru for that adgunaha. So by adgunaha, if there is no application of the previous sutra, then there will be application of the utsarga sutra, that is adgunaha. So by adgunaha it becomes prar gunadesha. So prar shabiya prarshabiya are the two different forms we get by this sutra. Va supyapishalehe prarshabiya prarshabiya. So prashabiyate prarshabiyati prashabiyati prarshabiyati are the different lat lakara forms we get. This is typed incorrectly. This is prashabhiya only. Apishalehe. In the sutra, we find the word apishalehe. This is the shashti of apishali. Apishalihi. Why apishalihi? This apishali is a grammarian prior to Panini Maharshi. So Maharshi has mentioned his name in this sutra to show his respect to him or to show the credit to him, because in his works he might have mentioned this rule. So to give the credit of this rule to him, Apishali Maharshi, he has mentioned his name in this sutra. Va supyapishalehe. Va means optionally. So this is about Va supyapishalehe. धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः महोदय.